Hi students, today we're going to review getting into Scratch, logging in or joining, and getting started on your first program, sharing your program, and getting into your teacher's studio. So let's get started by clicking on the button to the left of this studio, which will bring you to the Scratch site. And this is the screen you will see when you get to the Scratch site. I recommend going ahead and taking a look at the initial little video, which just gives you a very quick overview of some of the things you might be able to do in Scratch. If you've got a parent with you, there's a for parents section. There's also a section about Scratch for students, and there's also one for educators if there's a home teacher there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to the sign-in screen. If you already have a Scratch account, just click sign in and then put in your username and password. Remember that if you are logged into your Chrome browser, you might even have that saved in your Chrome browser. Otherwise, you're going to go ahead and click on Join Scratch. When you click on Join Scratch, you'll go through a number of screens that will ask you to create a username and password. You can use your username and password from Active Directory, or you can create your own. But if you create your own, make sure that you write it down someplace so you could remember it. You're also going to need a confirmation email, and I recommend having your parents' email for your confirmation email. You can also use your teacher's email, especially if you've let them know about it, or you can use your own school email, but you need to make sure you can get to that email. So once you've joined Scratch, you're then going to go over to Create here, and you're going to start creating. You can do that without signing in. However, your stuff will not be saved unless you go ahead and sign in. When I click sign in, my username and password come right up because I am logged into Google Chrome. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. This is going to bring me to my page, and you can see that my name is Trekker999. I've uploaded a little profile picture, and I've got some messages, so I'll want to take a look at those. But right now I want to go ahead and start a new project. So I'm going to go over to Create, and Scratch will go ahead and create a brand new project for me. And once I get into the Create, I've got several things here, and this is another video in terms of how you go ahead and use your sprites, your backgrounds, how you are going to name your invention, your program. But if you want to get started, there's a good section here called Tutorials, and you can go ahead and click on that and learn how to do something in Scratch. Once I have my program finished and I've given it a name, I'm going to go ahead and share it. Now, this share button will only show up if you have already put in an email address and that email has been confirmed. So if you gave your parents' email address or your teacher's email address and you don't see share, you see something about the email address not being confirmed, go ahead and check with them and make sure that they've confirmed your email. But when you do have your email confirmed, you go ahead and click share, and it will say, congratulations on sharing your project. Now other people can try it out, comment on it, and remix it. Now, once you've shared your project, you're probably also going to want to go ahead and add it to your class studio. In order to add it to the class studio, you need to be a member of the class studio unless your teacher has made your studio available for anybody to post on. So you need to get in touch with your teacher and find out about your studio and whether just anybody can add things to the studio. If anybody can add, you're going to get an option where you can type in the studio. Notice that mine has given me all the studios that I actually own or am part of, and I will choose the one that I want, maybe Highland GT Idle, and then I'll push OK, and that project is now in that studio. The last thing I'm going to talk about in this brief studio is remixing. So let's say you go and explore and you have found a program that you really like and that you want to do something with. So what you can do is you can go ahead and uh, choose that. Minecraft survival maybe, or toilet paper hoarder, or a Super Mario World. So you can go ahead and click on one of those, and you will get to the person's site, and you've got a couple of options. One thing you might want to do is see inside, because what you want to do is you want to see, is this a program that I understand? You don't want to do a remix unless it's a program that you can figure out and understand, because you need to understand what you're doing. Otherwise, you're not programming. You are just copying something. So let's say I take a look at this and I'm like, okay, I kind of understand this, and I actually want to go ahead and add something to it. So I'm going to go ahead and push remix, and then I'm going to get my own copy of this project. Now, the nice thing is that the original project will still be there and will still be fine, but now I can take that project and I can change it up, add things, and change the whole thing. When I share this project, I'm going to want to make sure that I identify that I did a remix and give credit to anybody who participated in the original project. So that's it. Go ahead and get started.